bookworms, and welcome back to Get Me a Library. Today is a different video. Today I am talking about Petunia and Harry Potter. So for those of you that know, obviously, and for those of you that don't know, Petunia is Harry Potter's aunt. She is sisters with Harry Potter's mum, Lily Evans. So I've been thinking, whilst I've been doing this Harry Potter book club, there was a topic called Muggles and Magic, which was the first one of the chapters that we were doing. And it got me thinking about Petunia and about how she knows all about magic. She literally grew up knowing about magic because her sister went to Hogwarts. So for at least those 5 years while her sister was at Hogwarts, she knew about the ins and outs and the goings on of Harry Potter, of Hogwarts and magic. Then when she married Vernon Dursley and became a Dursley, she had that in the back of her mind. It wasn't a day-to-day thing because she wasn't talking to Lily, she wasn't part of that world, so she kind of like didn't really know what was going on. I'm assuming that she still stayed in contact with her parents, so I'm assuming that she would see them a lot. I don't know when they passed away, but I'm assuming that they were still involved in her life, so the topic may have come up every so often. So when Voldemort struck, I don't know the relationship between her and Lily. Maybe she told Lily, Lily told Petunia what was going on. Maybe she was aware of Voldemort at that time. I don't know, okay? So let's just pretend that she does, because she does seem very clear to know, what was going on. Maybe it was just because of Dumbledore's letter. But let's just say that she did know what was going on. When that happened and her sister was killed by Voldemort, she must have broken her heart. Her sister was her sister, so she must have thought, oh my god, what the hell has happened? And she's realised and she's been upset. And then obviously Harry's come along and he's got his mother's eyes and she's seen Lily all over again. So if we can go back now to when Petunia first started to know about magic, we all know that she sent Dumbledore a letter asking him if she was able to be part of Hogwarts world, if she was able to go to Hogwarts. Dumbledore then replied saying that unfortunately, because she doesn't possess the ability to have magic, she will not be able to attend Hogwarts. It was a lovely letter from both parties, but obviously Petunia was very upset and grew jealous of her sister Lily, who got to go to Hogwarts. Now, from everything that I've read and the type of person that Lily is, I cannot imagine that she did not want Petunia to be involved in her life. So I can imagine that when Petunia and her family take Lily on the Hogwarts Express to go to Hogwarts, that there's an emotional moment where Lily looks at Petunia and wants her to be a part of her world. And Petunia, given her respect as well, she does want to be a part of Lily's world as well. I mean, it's her best friend. She's been best friends with her sister since she was a child. She's grown up with her. I mean, obviously those that have this kind of good relationship will understand that you are lifelong friends. So now she's got on the train and she's on her way to Hogwarts. Petunia turns around, she's off of platform 9 3/4, she's standing between 9 and 10 at King's Cross ready to go home, and she thinks, damn, I'm never going to be magical. Now Petunia is older than Lily as well, so imagine feeling like my younger sister is doing all these things. It should be me first, because really it should have been her going to Hogwarts first. So then Lily enjoys her life. She comes home all the time from holidays, from Christmas, etc. And she tells Petunia, she shows Petunia what she's learnt, and Petunia sat there growing green and green, more and more jealous, but still wanting to be a part of that world. I then read something on Pottermore the other day, that when Petunia first met Dursley Vernon, she then obviously grew to like him, he liked her, they went on dates, she finally told him about Lily and about the magical world. He believed her. I mean, maybe she had that sort of vibe about her where you would just believe her, and he said to her he will never ever hold that against her or treat her any differently to how he has now. At this point they are getting engaged, things are moving forward, and Lily is now dating James. So they've gone out for a meal, the four of them, and James, being how he is, starts to sort of take the piss a little bit about Vernon, and Vernon's like, what kind of car do you drive? And James is like, well, I have a blah blah blah, numbers 2000, He obviously didn't have a Nimbus 2000 because that wasn't out when he was there, but let's just say he had a really cool Nimbus 2000 racing Quidditch broom. And obviously Vernon's like, what? You know, and they're taking the mickey out of him, and Vernon feels very angry and annoyed and gets up and leaves with Petunia. And Lily starts crying because she wants her sister to be a part of her life. And at this point, Petunia should be asking Lily to be her bridesmaid and to be there at her wedding, and Lily would be the same. But no, so James says that he would apologise next time and that they will try and create this relationship that they should have. I mean, it's her family, it's Lily's sisters. I mean, James is an only child. I believe that his parents have passed away by now. I'm not sure about Lily's, but let's just say that they have. So all she has is Petunia. So she wants this relationship with her. So they go to the wedding. She's not a bridesmaid. They hardly talk at the reception. And things just start to go from bad to worse, and they lose communication altogether. So then Petunia gives birth to Dudley. Lily and James get married. I'm not sure if they attended the wedding. I assume that they didn't. I think I read that they didn't. And obviously she has Harry. She tells her sister about the announcement, and her sister throws away the card, and that is the end of their relationship. So what happens from then? Well, Lily and James get blown up and killed by Voldemort. Harry then gets sent with Hagrid to see the Dursleys and live there. And that is where Petunia looks at baby Harry and sees her sister all over again. And Dudley must turn around and look and see James, the man that took the mickey out of him and the man that he hated. So that is the introduction of Petunia and Harry Potter. So Petunia knows about this world. She's always wanted to be magical. And then I started to read things that actually maybe she did have some sort of magic in her blood. That maybe she was able to do a slight bit of magic, but it wasn't enough for her to be able to go to Hogwarts. I mean, she's obviously descended from some sort of wizard or witch, because how else would Lily have been a part of Hogwarts? So maybe she did have a tiny, tiny ounce of magic that she was able to use. When Vernon's sister Marge comes to see them and her glass smashes, perhaps it wasn't Harry, perhaps it was Petunia, and she hated how much she was being nasty towards her sister, because Lily had never done anything wrong to Petunia and Petunia to Lily, other than the fact that she became a witch. So she never actually did anything to her. So Petunia doesn't hate Lily because she's done something to her. She just hates that she's a witch and she would never be able to be one either. So now it goes to, why did she treat Harry so badly? Well, perhaps she treated Harry so badly because she wanted to keep him hidden. Perhaps she didn't want him to know anything about magic or to be able to go out there. Maybe it was a bit of jealousy. Why should I let you be able to be who you are and be a witch and a wizard and, you know, have all this magical powers and to be something when my Dudley, isn't? Maybe there was like, she was treating her how she treated Lily, and Dudley was being treated how Petunia always wanted, to have everything. So maybe that's the case. I mean, I'm not making an excuse for her. The way she treated Harry was bad. I mean, the way she treats Harry in the book is a little bit better than how she treats Harry in the film. But perhaps there is something more to it. Perhaps the reason she kept him so secluded in that cupboard, perhaps the way that she didn't let him see things and they didn't want him to go to Hogwarts, is not because she didn't want him to go to Hogwarts and be a wizard, but maybe she was scared that something was going to happen to him. Maybe she wanted to protect him. I mean, when she found out that Lily basically sacrificed her life for her child, something must have gone off in her to think, wow, I would do that for my Dudley. Like, wow. So, whatever we think about Petunia, I believe that she does have some sort of reason. And there is a scene where Voldemort is back and Harry does speak to Petunia and say that he's back. And Petunia looks really worried because she knows exactly what that means. Whereas Dudley perhaps wouldn't. Vernon wouldn't perhaps know that. So she has sacrificed a lot by letting Harry live with them. She sacrificed her family. I mean, what if one day, not knock on the door, it was Bellatrix standing there and she killed every single one of them to take Harry? What if Voldemort turned up and killed every single one of them and took Harry? I mean, she has literally sacrificed her home and her life to protect Harry. Yes, she had a letter from Dumbledore. Yes, she had that on the back of her mind, but she still could have turned around and said, no, I'm not looking after him. Or she could have made sure that he didn't come home in the holidays. She could have made sure that she never stayed in contact with him the whole time he was in Hogwarts. I mean, they did send him a 50p Christmas present, which wasn't enough, but they still kept in contact with him. So perhaps there is more to it. Perhaps when she walks out of Privet Drive for the last time, and she turns around and talks to Harry and says to him, in the film, you didn't just lose a mother that day, I lost a sister. And in the book she says something different, but she still stands there and looks at Harry, and everyone feels, me included, that there was more for her to say. Perhaps what she was going to say was good luck, or I'm sorry. Perhaps there is more to Petunia than her just leaving Harry in a cupboard under the stairs. Perhaps there is more to her. So that's my little video about Petunia Dursley and Harry Potter and what she thinks about him. And I do think, honestly, that if she suddenly got magic like that, she would be out there, Hogwarts, teach me. So I do think that there is more to her than meets the eye. I don't believe that she would have been a Slytherin if she did go to Hogwarts. I don't think she would have been a Hufflepuff either, because she's not really very homely. I am not sure if she would have been a Ravenclaw, but I do think she would have been a Gryffindor. I do think she is a very brave woman. She's brave to take in a child that isn't hers, of a family of wizards that she literally hated all her life because of the jealousy. She took him in and she did raise him. So I do think there is more to Petunia than meets the eye. So please let me know in the comment section below what you think about Petunia and what I've said. Have a little Google as well and see what you think. And actually, I'm not saying that Petunia is my favourite person now, but I do think there is more to her that I do like, and I do understand her more than I did before. So yeah, as per usual, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!